Hello guys, this is your friend Shinobi Nexus 2.0 and we are back in new fanfic. What if Naruto was raised by Tsunade Part 3? Hinata went to them and said, "Wow mom, they are ray cute. They look identica. I can't identify, who is Haru and who is Hanabi." Hitomi out at her daughter Audi and said, "It's the same thing with everyone Hinata. No one can tell the difference, only me, not even your father." She said this wowing and then taught her who is who. After 30 minutes of paying, Hitomi was looking at Hinata and was smiling. "You have grown a lot, Hinata. I can see that you will become very beautiful in future." She was saying honesty. She could see that her daughter will become very beautiful, but she saw Hinata was bushing from her compliment. "I can also see that your habit of bushing didn't change. It's good Hinata that you only improved on your shortcomings and didn't become arrogant after gaining power. I'm proud of you. Don't you agree, Hiyashi?" She asked Hiyashi. "Yes Hitomi, I'm so proud of Hinata. She has become powerful and hentai at the same time." Hiyashi said honesty. "Thank you mother and father, but I would like to prove my strength to everyone, so I want you to arrange spar between me and anyone who is chunin in rank." Hinata said this to Hiyashi. "Are you sure Hinata? I don't doubt your abilities, but you are not even a genin now." Hiyashi said with concerned voice. "It will be fine father. I'm not saying this in overconfidence or because of arrogance. I'm saying this because my sensei said that I can win against any chunin, even if they have experience. Sensei said that my power will cover my inexperience." Hinata explained this smiling, thinking, she would like to see the face of every aider. "Okay Hinata, if Tsunade sensei has said this, then it must be true. I never doubt the abilities of my sensei." Now Hiyashi was confirmed in the abilities of his daughter. After the dinner, Hinata was ying on her OD bed. She looked at her surrounding and felt nostalgic. She was trying to sleep but she couldn't. She got up and went to her mother's room. She knocked at the door and entered. Hitomi was started to sleep with twins after they born. "Mom, I can't sleep, can I sleep beside you?" Hinata said honesty. After she ate down, Hinata asked to sleep in her AP and she agreed. "So, what's this Hinata, you were never the type who will sleep on my AP." Hinata smiled at this. "Mom, what I will tell you? You cannot tell anyone, not even father. Promise me, then I tell you." Hitomi promised her. "Mother, from the first day, I had slept on Naru-kun's AP. He would always come in room in the night and would adjust my head from the bed to his AP. He would card my hair with his finger. He would come in the morning to wake me up. I would always say that 5 minutes more. He would pick me up in Brita style and take me to the bathroom. After I had done dressing, he would come to me and do my hair. I didn't know how to do my hair as it was always short. He would do instead of me. It would make me feel happy. I always saw his face first thing in the morning and last thing I also saw his face. He would never leave me again as he thought that I would be oni, if he leave me a1. I think I got addicted to his presence, mom." Hinata said, smiling in her mother's AP. She again remembered her days with Naruto. "I think he is in ove with you Hinata." "No mother, that's not possible." "How can you be so sure Hinata?" "Because he already oves someone essay. I would like to ove him but he doesn't see anyone like that except his partner." "But I accepted that mother, Naru had done so many things for me. I think I can leave him happy, he deserves that." Hinata said in sad voice. She fell in ove with him on the first day she saw him. "Who is this girl Hinata?" Hitomi asked curiously. "It's Tsunade sensei mother." As she said this, Hitomi quickly got up from the bed in surprise. "What are you saying Hinata? How can it be? They are mother and son. They can't do something like that." Hinata smiled. She expected this reaction. Reacts mother. They are not Ray mother and son. Even if they were, Naru wouldn't hesitate to tell her. They Ray ove each other a ot, mom. It's unbelievable. I haven't seen them fight once. I'm Ray happy for both of them. Whenever sensei had oved someone they wowed die and she was never oved. Naru is fying that row for her. Sensei is fying the row of both mother and over. They Ray ove each other mom. You shout accept them with an open mind. Hinata explained to her smiling. Hitomi was now in her Origina position. Hinata was seeping on the AP of her mother. Hitomi thought for a minute about them, then she thought that Kushina wouldn't mind whoever her son oved. She wowed accept that person without a second thought. I think you are right, Hinata. I mean, even in our can we practice incest? Hitomi said smiling. If you react like this to them, then I think you wowed faint, if I told you about your friend's mom. Hinata said smiling. What do you mean by that, Hinata? Hitomi didn't understand her. I'm taking about Makoto-san, mother. She is in relationship with her first son Itachi Uchiha. What? Are you sure, Hinata? Hitomi asked very surprised. Yes mother, they had told me myself. They even kissed each other in the Senju compound in front of everyone. Ony few peep knows about them. This happened after Fugaku betrayed her. Thank you Hinata for telling me this. I can't thank you for this information. Hitomi said owing Eviy. Why are you owing like that mother? It's nothing Hinata. She teased me for her ho ife. This is my chance now. I tease her to death. She said owing like a mad woman. Hinata was now regretting telling her mother. After her mother came said, Mother, I want to tell you about how I got this power mom. I haven't taught anyone because Naru said that I should tell this only who I trust competi. She taught her everything. So, you have the Byakugan of Goddess, the progenitor of Chakra Hersf and has most potent chakra. Wow, Hinata you rare powerful, you weren't kidding. But if you said that Tsunade and Naruto Aso received her power, then they should have some power too, right? Of course mom, they received one Kekkei Genkai from her and awakened other Kekkei Genkai. First is Ash Bone Rees. If you are to be hit by any bones of Naru and Tsunade sensei, UWI turn to Ash immediately. Second Kekkei Genkai they awakened as Wood Rees. I wowed not explain to you as to how because it's complicated. You just have to know that their DNA had mixed together. That's why their hair core is similar. Of course both of them can make chakra chains like your friend Kushina Uzumaki. Hinata explained everything. Wow, Hinata-chan, they sure wi become powerful in future. Thank you for trusting me with this Vawabe information Hinata. I wowed never break your trust. I wi not te anyone, not even Hiyashi. Hitomi said seriously. That's why I taught you mom. Now you know the reason why I'm here. They have gone to Kurigakure to gather some scrolls on their bone rees. They haven't taken me because they think that it's too dangerous and I'm not ready yet. I'm happy that they didn't took me on their journey as I spend time with you guys. What I have taught you is very important information mom. They didn't tell even Hokage about this. Sensei had taught Hokage-sama that she wowed Ike to take Naru-kun on a trip outside the Konoha to know how things are outside. Hinata said in serious voice. I already taught you Hinata. I not te anyone, I know the consequences if I taught anyone. The VH be in chaos with this information. You can trust me. I trust you competi mom. You are the only one that I trust most in the Hyuga compound. Thank you Hinata. I never break your trust. Hitomi said smiling. Hinata snugged in her AP. I at you seep on my AP Hinata from now on. I know that you can't seep Norme now. Hitomi said smiling but saw that Hinata was already asleep. She smiled at her daughter. She paced her on the bed and covered her with the blanket. Next morning. 5 more minutes Naru. Hinata said this but didn't fed anyone ifting her. She immediately got up and saw that her OD servant he was trying to wake her up. She became disappointed and said to send her mother in 30 minutes. Ko nodded and left the room. She went into the bathroom. You can't do your own hair Hinata. How much work did he do for you, Taimi? Hitomi asked teasingly. Mom, I taught you that he had only do this. Hinata said with pouting face. Okay, Hinata, let's go to dojo. Everyone is waiting for you. Hitomi said smiling. Hinata nodded and effed. At the Hyuga compound dojo, everyone was waiting for Hinata to arrive. The eaters were expecting OD Hinata. Even Hiyashi had said to them that she has become strong. They didn't bathe him, they thought he was just boasting. Hinata entered the dojo. Everyone ooked at her, they had never seen her like this. Her hair was now changed to white and blue at the end of each strand of her hair. She wore the same cord kathas as before but without the jacket. Her head was high, she was not ooking at the ground like before. The eaters were slightly surprised at her change in behavior. Now, the match WIB between Hinata Hyuga versus Neji Hyuga. What? Father, I already taught you that sensei said to fight Chunin. Neji Ni-san is not even a genin. He has only entered the academy. Hinata said to her father. Before Hiyashi could say anything, one of the eaters got up from her seat and said, "This arrogance wi not be tolerated into Hyuga-kan. You insolent chid, do you know who Neji is? He is prodigy of Arkan, born in decades. Why you are not? You are only standing there because of your position as Canaris. You are only high to him in a position, not in power." Eaters said smirking. She thought that she wi just stand there. Neji was furious as to how Hinata had insulted him. Everyone said to him that he is a prodigy. He was only not speaking because he was scared that if he crossed the inn, Hinata's father would activate the sea. He thought I wi break every bone of her for insulting me, ooking down on me. She wi pay. Hinata smiled at this and said, "Okay then, I wi defeat your prodigy without lifting a finger. If I defeat him, then you wi give me the next opponent, until I am defeated." Then she got serious and said, "Do not ye at me, Ader. Know your position. You are in the past and I wi be the future. I'm the heiress of the Hyuga Kan. If you cross the inn with me, I wi have you stripped of your rank. Talk to me with respect," she said, raising her key. Everyone was surprised at this Hinata. They didn't expect her to raise her voice at an Ader. The eaters were now definitely surprised. One Ader who yeed at her was furious but kept her cool and nodded. Hiyashi and Hitomi were smiling. Hiyashi thought, "We done Hinata. You have definitely become strong," but wondered as to how she wi defeat Neji without lifting a finger. Hitomi thought she wi definitely surprise everyone with her power. The proctor in the dojo said, "Okay then, first match WIB Neji Hyuga versus Hinata Hyuga. If Hinata Hyuga becomes the winner, then the next opponent wi come to the ring with an increasing rank." Neji goes on the other side of the dojo and ooked at Hinata, who was calmly standing there with arms crossed. She didn't even bother to take stance in Jukin. "You wi pay for ooking down on me, Hinata," Neji thought in his head. Neji got in the Jukin stance. The proctor gave the sign. He immediately activated his Byakugan by saying Byakugan. She has so activated her dojutsu but without saying Byakugan. Neji and the peep who were watching was surprised at this. No one was able to activate without saying. Eaters were smirking, thinking that nobody here knows that Neji already has mastered 8 trigrams 16 pams. This fight WIB over even before start. I bet that Sao Earner wowed beyond the chakra control exercises Oni. She smirked, thinking about her. Neji immediately shot at her with top speed, thinking he wowed finish this quickie. As soon as he was about to say the name of his jutsu, Hinata smiled and said, "Pure Byakugan, a Tenketsu strike." As soon as she said this, large amount of chakra formed around Neji's body and coast his a 361 Tenketsu precise. Everyone gasped in surprise. Of who was watching had activated their Byakugan and watched a Tenketsu point coasting. They couldn't understand how it happened. She didn't ift her one finger Ike, she said, but STI was able to perform Hente fist precise coasting a his Tenketsu. Hiyashi thought, how could she do this? This isn't possible. Nobody can hit a tenketsu and not ift a singe finger. In his can only few peep cowed hit a tenketsu with their Pam. But, she just hit it at the points without even breaking a sweat. He wondered how strong Shirei was in Wi become. Hitomi was just smiling though, she was surprised a bit. But Hinata had taught her that she Wi be surprised today. Hinata watched everyone reaction and smirked. As you can see, I have defeated him without lifting a finger. I now fight until anyone defeats me. She said this smiling. It was now afternoon, no one was able to defeat her. What was Rei surprising that she didn't moved from her position one bit or lifted her finger. She just defeated them with her Byakugan. She had defeated 15 Genins and 30 Chunin without breaking a sweat. No one had lasted more than 2 minutes in the dojo. Everyone thought she had definitely become powerful but not understand as to how she became this powerful in this short amount of time. She just defeated another Chunin. It was now 3 p.m. Every Chunin had been defeated in the compound. Hinata-sama wowed Uike to continue. Every Chunin has been defeated from the compound. Proctor asked wondering how she defeated of them without breaking a sweat. Proctor-san, I wowed Ike a different approach in fighting now. I be fighting of the Chunin I fought, they come at me together. If they defeat me then I step down from the dojo, if not, then the next Jonin have to come to fight me. She said smiling. Everyone respected her for this confidence, now they had a so bathed that no Chunin could defeat Hinata. Agreed, Hinata-sama, we resume the fight in 30 minutes. Proctor said to everyone. Everyone that came to watch the fight started dispersing. But I'm not tired Proctor-san. I can go on. Hinata said to Proctor. Shirei wasn't tired at and because of her potent chakra. She didn't feel Ike chakra depletion. How could she become tired? After she didn't even moved 1 inch from her pace. I know Hinata-sama, but it's not you, it's them. Their tenketsu is recently been coast. They need some rest before opening them again. Hinata nodded at this and went to her father and mother. Everyone dispersed for 30 minutes. As time had passed from morning everyone was here from the can to watch Hinata as they were thinking what's going on in the dojo. Dojo was full of peep. Hinata went to her parents. Wow Hinata, you are very powerful Ike you said. You were not boasting of your power. Hiyashi said smiling. She simply nodded smiling and sat beside her mother. You weren't kidding Hinata, when you said that I be surprised. It's more than surprise, it's shock. Look, everyone from the can has come to see you. I'm sure they couldn't have believed that you could defeat Chunin that he see, they had a different image of you in their brain. Hinata smiled at the comment of her mother and said, we mother, now they see the true power of Eris. Hiyashi was listening to their conversation and said, Rei Hinata your attacks were precise, they were perfectly executed each time. Few peep in the can kosa tenketsu. Rei shock as you are not performing this with your Pam. They can't understand from where your attack hit them. Now, I'm not sure that I can win against you. Riak's father, you can defeat me. Sensei said that I need most 2 years to surpass you. She said I and Naruto be joining the academy 1 year 8. Now, if you ask me that why we would go to the academy, if we are ready capable of doing what they teaches. There are 2 reasons. First is, we have to socialize to everyone. Second is that if we wanted we could have gone directly to the Anbu division Ikitachi-san but he suggested that we should spend more time in the academy than going to the Anbu. It give us the time to refine our skis, when we graduate from academy. We become strong like that. Wow Hinata, sensei has panned this far ahead for you. I have no doubt that you become strong. But how is Naruto, I mean can he keep up with you? I'm sure until now, you have raised that you are exceptionally gifted. Prodigy born in a century. Hinata out at this and said, sorry father. I outed you because what you said about Naruto-kun. It seems like you didn't understand him. He also had his own against Jonin even for just a minute. When he saved me from Kumo Ninja. Father, he is a genius, it's not a question that can he keep up with me. You should say that can I keep up with him. I have never won a singe fight against him, father. How do you think that he managed to awaken the true power of both Sharingan and Byakugan? He is not just intelligent, he is a so very powerful. You should never underestimate him, father. Besides, Sensei never taught us to bathe that we are prodigy. She said that you just have one advantage against others with your Byakugan and catching up fast. She bathe in hard work. A prime example is Might Guy father. He was not prodigy like his peers, but he managed to become stronger than anyone. It's so much like Sensei. She never bathed in being prodigy. She always admired hard work, that's what I like about her. He has so never said to me that you are a prodigy, why everyone said to me when I was young. She said smiling. But Hinata, did you seriously said that you haven't won a singe fight against Naruto? What a monster he is. If he is stronger than you, I mean he is the same age as you. She asked her surprised. He didn't expected that anyone could match against Hinata at her age. He is very strong, father. Sensei taught me that he can hold his own against Jonin and could so defeat some of them. She nodded and asked, but Rei Hinata, how can you do Juken while not doing anything? Is this some sort of trick? Hinata out at her father and said, no father, it's not some trick or genjutsu. You see, my Byakugan is specia, it cannot only see far from Norma Byakugan but also has perfect 360 view, not 359. But one more specia thing about my Byakugan is that I can exert chakra from my Byakugan. Thus, I can hit a tenketsu point while standing. But the downside is I can't hit with the speed that I want to. If I'm fighting Jonin, then I have to use my PAM. But it improve as I practice more and more. I have no doubt, Hinata, that you use this power to its fullest. I bathe in you. She said to her with pride and confidence in his voice. But Rei Hinata, I want to see the peak of your Byakugan. Naru said that my Byakugan powers is only at its base. It evolve and give me power beyond Bife. He said not to train my Byakugan any further because if that power even awaken in me accidentally, then my body turn into pieces in instant. That power is too great for me now, but he said that when we become Chunin then I shall try that power. You see, father, no one has awakened that power before. That power only awaken in those who have purest form of Byakugan. Right now, no one come even near me in purity of Byakugan. My Byakugan is too pure. This purity is only said to see in 1,000 years. So, my children is so not have that power, father, because no matter who I marry, no one could match my Byakugan. And his DNA impure the Byakugan in my children. Do you know what be the name of my eyes? Hiyashi Dumbi nodded negatively. It be Sod Tensegan. I be the first who awaken that power. She said happy. Hitomi was a so istening to her daughter. She smiled at how she siri ied to her father. She taught him just what he needed to hear. I can't bathe, Hinata. Your Byakugan is already too strong and now you are saying that this is only the tip of the iceberg. I'm proud of you, Hinata. Everyone know me by your name. Can be the strongest in Konoha. I can't wait to watch the Egen born inside you. He said excited. It looks like I have to go now, father. We continue this talk later. She said these words and effed. Hiyashi simply smiled at his daughter. He was feeling proud now at his daughter. How can he not be after a she become the strongest Hyuga that ever ived? He was looking forward to see. The Chunin had surrounded her in Circe. They were going to attack at once. This is bad. I have to use my hand so, I can only use on 7 peep consecutively that jutsu. In that case IWI not strike every tenketsu, IWI oni kos haven they sti be praised and IWI use my pam on rest of them. As she thought of them came at her together, they didn't underestimated her. She yeed. Pure Byakugan, Muteep Tenketsu strike. As she raised the jutsu 15 opponents quickie praised and one of them had lost consciousness because she had striked him with her pam. She quickie moved to the praised one and chop on their neck they so fe unconscious. This happened in 30 seconds. Peep couldn't bathe their eyes, they were a hit at once and fa on their knees. Next, Hinata quickie moved in John and Ike speed. None of her opponents even saw her. They saw was Perk Boo and they fell down to the ground. She had defeated of them in just 3 minutes. The audience didn't know how to react but suddenly they heard someone capping, it was Hitomi and everyone fooed her. Hinata Hyuga has defeated the Chunin at once. As per the pan, she wi now move on to the Jonin. Proctor said. Hinata was now standing against one of the Jonin. Ook kid, you have defeated the Chunin and you should be proud of yourself because that is not an easy feat but you shouldn't try your UCK with Jonin. I know what I'm doing, you should not underestimate me, I didn't even got serious until now. Now, IWI show you my power. As she said this she lifted her pants. Everyone saw that she was wearing some weights. She started to remove her weights as she dropped the weight on the ground. Ground cracked and it was shaken. Everyone eyes widened they started murmuring, no way, she was moving in that speed wearing this much weight. Then they saw that she had dropped some more weights from her wrists. No way Hinata was wearing that much weight this whole time. How much did you push her sensei? Hiyashi thought sti with unbelievable eyes. How much she can surprise everyone. Hiyashi said this ood. Yes Hiyashi everyone is definitely surprised now. Hitomi said gigging to her husband. The Jonin was definitely gonna take her serious now. You know Hinata-sama now I'm definitely gonna take you serious after seeing those weights. How much did you exactly had? 100 kilogram, 40 kilograms in each e.g. 10 kilograms in each wrist. She said smirking. Wow you move around with that much weight. It's like you are wearing more than doob of your own weight. IWI definitely enjoy this match. Jonin said admiring her. Why? Thank you but we have to fight you know. She said this and he was ready coming at her with full speed. She was so prepared. First both tried to hit each other. Jonin was trying to hit her with speed advantage but after getting off the weight from her body. She was overwhelming him in speed. She was hitting both with her Byakugan and her Pam. He wasn't even hit once but nor was she. He was instantly started to overwhelm her with his experience. It was like he could predict her every move. Then he got an opening. 8 trigrams 128 Pams. As he said the name of Jutsu her 128 Tenketsu was immediately coast. But to his surprise she opened them as soon as it coast that's too without hand sign. He took a step back. You rare gifted Hinata-sama. No one could open their Tenketsu this instant that's too without any hand sign. The eaters and Hiyashi was surprised to this too. No one could do this in their can, not even Hiyashi. Hinata smiled and thought I'm only able to do this because of the potency of my chakra. Hinata again moved forward and said, Moody Shadow Cone Jutsu. Now the dojo was filled with Hinata in every corner and even on the chain. Again eaters were surprised no one in their can had this much chakra, but when they saw Hinata earlier she seemed to have regard amount of chakra like any others. Everyone thought how can she make this many shadow cones? The strange thing was her chakra had not been used too much even if there were 20 shadow cones in the room. No Hyuga could make this many not even Hiyashi. Hinata again smiled and thought my potency of chakra is 20 times stronger than Regar. With the same chakra as a normal person, if anyone can make one shadow cone, I can make 20 with the same amount of my chakra that they used. This is the advantage you get when your chakra is potent. Suddenly the shadow cones from the chain cried. Pure Byakugan a Tenketsu strike. Jonin started dodging the chakra strikes that were coming at him from nowhere. But suddenly he has been surrounded by 5 shadow cones, they cried. 8 trigrams minus 128 pams. He managed to dispeed the 3 cone of Hinata but couldn't disp the ass too. As she hit him, not only his Tenketsu broke compati but also his bone and mus were ruptured. He was thrown back from the dojo to outside. The audience and eaters were horrified at the reset. They thought his Tenketsu was not coast but they were broken and his mus and bone were ruptured too. So, this is the jutsu that sensei were taking about. Ray. Mixing Juken with chakra enhanced fist as powerfu. How much powerfu has become Hinata? Hiyashi was thinking. I should earn this jutsu too. I ask Hinata for that. Hinata quickly got to the Jonin. He was barely keeping his consciousness. She got to him and started hawing him. I can fix your mus and bone but you have to take a break for an entire month to reform your Tenketsu. And I'm sorry, it looks like I went overboard with you Jonin-san. He smiled at Hinata and thought she would be a perfect kanhead, hente and ruthless at same time. Don't be Hinata-sama, I was your opponent. You did the right thing. He said this and closed his eyes. Conductor came near both of them. But Hinata said, I have healed his muscles and bone, doctor. He just needs rest, to reform his Tenketsu. One of the eaters came into the dojo and said, we wi not continue any more matches. As you can see his Tenketsu were compati shattered. That wi take time to reform. If we continue any more matches and got same reset then many of our Jonin wi be in bed and we can't AOW that, our can's safety wi be compromised. But as you can see our can Eris is very powerful and we should celebrate that. In future our can wi become the strongest in the Hokonoha. Our Eris is prodigy born Oni in century. The recent prodigy Itachi Uchiha and Kakashi Hatake were not as so powerful like our Eris at her age. She is Oni 6 and can defeat Jonin. We are best to have her in our can. We wi celebrate tonight. Everyone started cheering, capping and shouting. The can eaters came to Hinata and started congratulating her. The eater that was rude to her earlier came forward and said, I'm sorry Hinata-sama for my rude behavior towards you, it wi not happen in future. Hinata raised that everyone in the can had started acknowledging her. She smiled at the eater and said, I'm sorry too eater-sama. I shouldn't have shouted at you with disrespect earlier, and that's too in front of everyone. An heiress shouldn't behave like that. The eaters smiled knowing that Hinata is not only powerful but respect fu too. After 30 minutes of interacting with everyone, Hinata was now tired of it. She goes to Hitomi and said, Mother, let's take bath together. At night Hinata again came to her mother's room and slept in her AP. You were incredible today Hinata. I haven't saw more threeing fight than yours. You were surprising everyone, every 2 minutes. Those eaters prick saw that my daughter isn't weak anymore. I'm Ray proud of you Hinata. Thank you mother. I try to keep your pride in myself. She said this and fell asleep on her AP. With Naruto and Tsunade. Naruto was sleeping on Tsunade, his head and hand was on her. Ka-chan, how are we going to find Kagaya-kan? They have been annihilated. I'm thinking about meeting the head of the Reeb group. She define it know the occasion of Kagaya-kan. We ask about her. I had contacted Jiraiya and he gave me the occasion of their base. It take us 5 days to reach. For now, we should sleep. She hugged her son tighty and he also hugged her and they went to sleep. After 5 days, fine, they were able to find the base. Apparently, occasion that Jiraiya gave was not exact. They entered in a cave. There were traps but Tsunade was able to see Siri. Naruto was in the arms of Tsunade. Suddenly they came to dead end. Tsunade immediately broke the front wall and was revealed to a beautiful sight. They saw many trees and camp has been made out there. Suddenly they both sensed two men behind them. Naruto and Tsunade sensed that they were nice peep, their chakra was not dark. Both of their neck was at the tip of kunai. Who are you? Why did you come here? How did you find this pace? Teus immediate or we wi sit your throat. One of the man said who was holding kunai against their throat. My name is Tsunade Senju. This is my son Naruto Uzumaki. We have came here to talk to your eater about something. We wi the reason to your eater. Tsunade repeat Kami. Okay, we wi inform eater Sama about you. If she wants to talk to you then we wi take you to her. Guard said to her. One guard's eft from there and goes to May tent. The tent was slightly bigger than the others. He went into the tent and bowed. May-sama, there's someone outside, claims to be Tsunade Senju. She has a kid with her. His hair looks same as the woman. But, I doubt she is who she claims to be. Her appearance is different from what peep describe her. Peep say that Tsunade Senju has blonde hair but she has 3 core hair just like Chid. She wants to meet with you. May thought about this and wondered who it could be and how they knew of this occasion. Only few peep knows about this pace outside the word. Send them in. IWI meet them. After 10 minutes. 3 peep entered the tent. One was her man and other 2. One was a woman ooked in her 20s and other was a chid ooked like 8 years old. Their hair had 3 cours. She noted that the woman was very beautiful. Their hands were tied and had binfod on the eyes. Untie them and remove their binfod. May ordered her men. They food the order. Introduce yourselves and state your purpose for coming here. More important T, how did you find this pace? May asked the 3-haired woman. Thank you Eater Sama for meeting us, but we would like to talk to you A1. It wi important for both of us. For our introduction, my name is Tsunade Senju. This young man here is my son and also my over Naruto Uzumaki. Tsunade said Kami to the teenage girl. May ooked is same age as Itachi. So, Tsunade assumed that this girl would be 14 years old. She ooked beautiful. She had green eyes, and onka angth, auburn hair tied into a herringbone pattern at the back, a top knot tied with a dark blue band, and with 4 bangs at the front. 2 bangs are short, with one covering her right eye, and 2 are long, crossing each other on her bust, just below her chin. She wore a long-sleeved, dark blue dress that falls just below the knees. It seemed to be closed at the front with a zipper, and is kept open on the front right side from the waist down. The dress only covers up to the upper part of her arms and the underside of her s. Underneath, she was wearing a mesh armor that covers slightly more of her upper body than her dress. She also wore a skirt in the same color as her dress and, underneath those, mesh leggings reaching down over her knees. Around her waist, she wears a belt with a pouch attached to the back on the ftayong with high-heeled sandals, shin guards reaching up over her knees, dark blue nai poish on her fingers and toes, and with perp IP stick. May was very surprised when the woman said that this young boy was her son and her over. She blushed at the thought. She has so wanted a man as long as she can remember. The men in her caste was cut down by her in the booty test that her village had for genin exams. Even in this whole camp nobody had the guts to confess to her. They were terrified of her. She ooked at the boy. He was very handsome, had fair skin, tri-cord hair, and most noticeable feature was his 3 whisker marks on each cheek. He ooked cute with those whiskers, she noted. He was wearing back pant with blue half shirt and had Uzumaki swir on the back. Then she ooked at the woman. She was very beautiful. Her hair ooked most beautiful in her features. She had a so tri-core hair. She had fair skin, her hair was tied in 2 ponytail. She ooked at her, they were huge. She was wearing red perp kimono. The kimono was tied at her waist. And she was wearing back pants. On her back there was Senju insignia. How can I bathe that you are Rei Tsunade Senju? She said to have blonde hair and you are Rei different. May was now asking seriously. Tsunade smiled and said, you are right Eater Sama, but after meeting my son, I awakened some power and as a reset, my hair compati changed, that's why I have come here. For proof, if you heard of Tsunade Senju then you also know that she is the strongest of 3 Sannin and best Medica ninja in the whole world. I demonstrate my strength and ski to you. I can heal your wounded Sadir that have returned from the bat, even those who cannot be healed by your medics, I can heal any injuries, if the parts are not missing. 4. Demonstrating my strength you can send any of your Sadirs, I defeat them in 5 minutes, if I FAI then I return from here, without speaking another word. Tsunade said. With serious face. Naruto looked at his mother. His eve of admiration for Tsunade skyrocketed after hearing his mother, he smiled. Mei was very surprised after hearing this. She had never thought that this woman Chang her men and even say that she defeat them in 5 minutes. After 1 hour. Now I don't have any doubt that you are not Rei Tsunade Senju. After seeing your ski in the Medica fight. I haven't seen anyone with that eve of ski in Medica ninjutsu. You even cured that had permanent disease. There not be needed to show your strength Tsunade-sama. Mei said with a smee. I bave we shout speak A1 in my chamber, come we talk to you there. In the chamber. I thought you wanted to talk to me A1 Tsunade-sama, but why did you bring your son here? Mei asked confused. Tsunade smiled, she could understand the confusion on her face. Actually Eater-sama, my son here is very good with taking in negotiation, so he be taking to you. Mei was now definitely surprised, she looked at the boy, he was very 8 and the strongest woman was trusting him. I'm sorry Tsunade-sama, I didn't introduce myself, my name is Mei Terumi, Eater of the Reeves. Naruto looked at her very surprised after hearing the surname. Are you perhaps the daughter of Kishigaya Terumi's? Naruto asked her immediately. Mei looked at the young boy very surprised as to how he knew the name of her father. How do you know my father's name Naruto-san? Oh, my bad, I didn't introduce myself properly. My name is Naruto Uzumaki. I use Uzumaki name because my biological mother's name was Kushina Uzumaki. My biological father's name was Minato Namikaze known as the Yao Fash or 4th Hokage. Naruto was about to say further but Mei interrupted him. Rei you are the son of the Yao Fash, but I heard that his whole family including his infant son was keyed in 9 Tai's attack. You don't even Ukaike him, nor do you Ukaike in Uzumaki. I haven't heard of any 3-cord hair woman too. Mei asked him many questions. She couldn't bave her eyes that the famous Yao Fash's son was here. My son is telling the truth Mei-san. What you heard is half truth. After the 9 Tai's attack. 4th Hokage's son survived. I adopted him. You don't know about this because it's a top secret of our village. Even in our village only I and 3rd Hokage knows of this. And yes you are right there wasn't any 3-hair cord woman. Naruto is the first one to have it and I'm the second one. Tsunade explained it to Mei. And Mei nodded. Naruto then spoke. Moving further, I know your father's name because I have read my father's persona Jorna. In one of his Jorna he had written about meeting your father. Your father had come to the hidden EAF with a proposal. For strengthening the relationship between your clan and my village, he offered your marriage to the 4th Hokage unborn Chid. My father accepted it and told him that if it's a boy then he accept the proposal. Now, I tell you the reason why your father came with that proposal and why my father accepted it. Your father came with that proposal because he wanted to close relationship with one of the strongest man. Then his influence over Kiri would be great after this marriage, he could have become the 5th Mizukage. As to why my father had accepted the proposal. It was because of your Budin Imit. He thought that if this marriage happened then not only hidden EAF village have new Budin but my father's can that had no name in entire Imanta nation, due to having no Budin so have Budin because of you. And it was no loss for my father because after marriage your surname would have changed to Namikaze. This arranged marriage didn't happen because of my biological mother. She was stubborn about that I only marry when I fa in ove. Then both your father and my father decided that they would send you to hidden EAF to IV with me and then you and I eventually fa in ove. You might wonder how I know this. I know this because as I started reading my father's persona diary, I judged him that he was not as saint as the word thought. He was very sharp-minded, cunning and very manipulative, but he had we being for Konoha in his mind. That's why he became Hokage. I wondered if he had married my mother Oni for her Uzumaki Bud or Actue Fei in Ove, but that is not for me to know. I have read a Hokage's persona Jorna in Senju Library. The Oni Hokage who was Rei not manipulative was the first Hokage Hashirama Senju. He was very kind-hearted, merciful and most of a he Rei oved the peep in the word not just Konoha. He was able to think beyond Konoha, not Singe Hokage had thought beyond their viage. I bet that no Kage in history thought about anything but except his viage. I'm sorry for going off topic here. Once I start taking Igenere don't stop. It is a bad habit of mine. Naruto said, scratching back of his head and smiling. Mei was very surprised. She thought as to how anyone of this age should think like that. This boy was not only taking about his father's bad side but also taking about word piece indirectly. He was raying the truth. No Kage had think about beyond their viages she didn't know about Hashirama Senju. Wow. Naruto-san, now I define it know why Tsunade-sama chose you for taking. You Ray are more sharp than you look. So, what do you think about our marriage? Mei asked teasingly. Naruto suddenly turned serious. Mei-sama, I would have ove to marry someone like you, as you are not just beautiful but powerful too. Anyone that you would marry wib Ray ucky, but I have to decline your offer. My heart and Sue both belong to my beautiful mother. I'm Ray sorry. I hope I didn't offend you in any way. Naruto said, bowing and with very serious face. Mei was again surprised as to how the boy spoke. He didn't hesitate to reject her, though she was only teasing him, but he said very seriously. She could only imagine how much he owed his mother. She is so noted that he didn't rejected her harshly. It was very smooth from his side. Looks like he Rei oves you Tsunade-sama. He didn't hesitated to reject me. Mei said, smiling. Of course Mei-san, he oves me very much and I so ove him as much as he do. Not only as a mother but so as his woman. Tsunade said this while holding the hands of her son. Mei-sama. Naruto was cut off by Mei. Stop with honorifics ready, see me Mei-chan. Hi Mei-chan. Naruto said, bushing. As I was saying earlier, we shall discuss the reason of our arrival. Mei nodded at this. Mei-chan, I tell you how we found this place and why we came here. We found this place because of the Sanin Jiraiya. He is spymaster for Konoha and my mother's teammate so. You guessed it right. He taught us about this occasion. As to why we are here, we have come here because we want to know the occasion of former Kagaya-kan. As you may wonder, why we want to know this. We want to know because we also have the same Kekkei Genkei that Kagaya's members have. We have bone rees, me and my mother. If you tell us the occasion, then we wi head there and collect some scrolls on bone rees. If you are wondering is how we got this power, because not any of our parents had, nor we are biological parent and chid. Then, sorry to disappoint you, we can't tell you that information now, but when the time comes, we wi tell you everything. Of course, you wi not give us the information for free. I wi give you a fair dia. Mei was wondering what he would offer. When you give us the information, we wi aid you in your bat. What I mean is that you Siri don't have enough forces now to go to war with Mizukage, but you wi gain in time. I assume that you wi at least takes 6 years to go on war with Mizukage. By the time you wi start the war, I would so become Kappa Shinobi. Not only me but my mother would so have become the Hokage. As to how I'm saying this with so much confidence, because the third Hokage will be retiring soon because of his age, and there is no better candidate than my mother in Hokonoha. Hokonoha will aid you in your Fina bat against Mizukage. Your victory will be ensured after my mother will aid you with her forces. If there are any complications, then my mother will come herself on the bat fight. And don't worry about that, I will go back on my word and not aid you after you have given the information. I never go back on my word, Mei-chan, nor my mother. If you are wondering that what if my mother doesn't become Hokage, then I will tell you that me and my mother herself will aid you, and you know that my mother is strongest in the word. She can hand 10s ranked ninja by herself. Mei smiled at this. Don't worry, Naruto-kun. What you are asking is not some big information. I would have given to you even if you had not offered me your assistance. And I know just by looking at you that you are not Ying. But, I wonder, Siri, you so know that what you will give me is very big from what you are asking. Why would you want to aid me in this bat? Naruto was so smiling now. Simp Mei-chan, because I know that you are fighting for good. You are fighting for innocent. No one shall be keyed for having power that they had not asked to be given. I have very great respect for you. Even with SMA numbers of Sautiers, you are struggling and trying to change things. I admire you. Just like you said that you would have given the occasion regardless of what we offer you. Like you, even if you had not given us the information, I would have come to fight beside you because I know that in the end you will be the victor of this bat regardless of our aid. I want to see you when you become 5th Mizukage. Mei's mouth were open as to how someone of this age can talk things like that. He had bathed in her just like her Sautiers, but nobody had this much confidence in her. Thank you, Naruto-kun, for bathing in me and my Goa. I appreciate this. Mei said happy. Now Naruto-kun, you both will not have to go anywhere for the scrolls because I already have them. When I started gathering forces, first thing what I did was collected the scrolls of the cans that were wiped out in hope that one day I would find any member of that can. I already have many copies of scrolls of many cans jutsus including Kagaya. I will give you the copies of scrolls including that contains forbidden jutsu. As a gratitude, I will so give you the copies of scrolls on other cans that I have. I'm trusting you with the scrolls, so don't give it to anyone, not even Hokage. Thank you, Mei-chan. I will not break your trust. I will very much enjoy reading the scrolls, as my hobby is reading and acquiring knowledge. I can't thank you enough. Naruto was barely containing his excitement. What are you taking about, Naruto-kun? What you have offered me today is nothing compared to what I'm giving you. I offered you those scrolls because I thought that you will enjoy it very much, since I guessed that your hobby would be reading. I'm happy that I was correct. Mei was saying this from her heart. She had so started to taking a king of Naruto. She blushed at the thought of this. Now that our work is done here, I think we shall take our leave. Stated Naruto. You shout at least wait for today, Naruto-kun. It would make me happy if you would at least stay here for one night. You can start your journey tomorrow. Mei was hoping that he would agree. Of course we will stay, Mei-chan, if it makes you happy. We can at least do this for you. Naruto said happy. After one day, Naruto and Tsunade had departed yesterday. For now they were in the mid of the hidden mist. Soon they would cross the Viage and enter hidden in the river Viage. After resting for 30 minutes they were waking on the road. Naruto had the bags on his shoulder. Even after Tsunade said that she would carry some bags, Naruto refused her. They saw a boy with white hair and 2 back marks on his forehead running towards them. He was of 12 years of age. The boy came to them and asked, "Are you from the hidden mist Viage?" He asked to both of them. They nodded in negative and boy started running in the opposite direction they were going. Naruto, what happened to your observation and sensing ability? Have they become due? Kurama asked Naruto. What do you mean, Kurama? Didn't you saw that boy's hair and what he had in his hand? He had white hair and 2 marks on the forehead exact like Kagaya. He even had a bone in his hand. His chakra so had some potency. I'm surprised that you didn't saw his hand and sensed his chakra. Naruto eyes widened and raised what Kurama had taught him. Mother, that boy was from Kagaya Kan. He had a bone in his hand and his chakra had some potency. He also had white hair. Naruto immediately said this to Tsunade. Tsunade's eyes widened at the information. You are correct, Naruto-kun. Ah. Why didn't I notice earlier? If he is from Kagaya, then I think he is the last member of the clan after annihilation. We should find him immediately. They immediately started running towards boy's direction. After running for 10 minutes, they saw the boy running on the road with Tsunade speed. They went to the boy and stopped him. Are you from the Kagaya clan? Naruto asked, looking at the boy. After hearing this, the boy immediately went on his knees and started begging for his IFE. Please spare me, I'm the last member of my clan. I not cause you any trouble. Boy saw towards Tsunade, and when he got no response. If you not at go of me, I at east key this boy. The white-haired boy said to Tsunade and immediately got up and stabbed Naruto in the chest with one of his bones. But to his surprise, Naruto poofed in smoke and saw that Naruto was behind him. He thought that this was end for him and closed his eyes for inevitable. He opened his eyes after 2 minutes when nothing happened. He saw that 3-cord hair boy was smiling. Tsunade got close to the boy and hugged him. Hey, we are not here to kill you. We are here to save you from your misery. After knowing that you are from prestigious Kagaya Kan, how could we kill you? Will you tell me what happened to you? Tsunade said this, hugging the white-haired boy. They sat near a tree and the boy started telling them the stories of his misery and running. He looked at Tsunade and started crying after so long time. Tsunade immediately went to the boy and hugged him. After 5 minutes of crying, he fell asleep on her shoulder. She saw this and kept his head on her AP and started soothing his hair, just like she did with Naruto. After 4 hours, the white-haired boy opened his eyes. He saw that he was sleeping on the AP of Tsunade. He blushed at this and thought after he started running he never had safe and comfortable sleep. Tsunade saw that he was up and said, smiling, "So, are you gonna talk now?" He nodded. 2 years ago, when I was at the age of 10, 3,000 shinobi came to our clan at midnight. I was asleep at that time in my mother's arms. They started attacking everyone in the clan and started burning house. My mother woke me up and said that she will protect me. After escaping the shinobi, we came to the forest and started running. We thought that we have left them behind. I was happy that my mother was safe, after she was everything I had. But my happiness soon became sadness. 5 shinobi surrounded me and my mother. My mother fought of them and gave her IFE protecting me. I was weak, very weak. I could not even protect my mother. I hate myself for that. She was my everything. After I was born, my father had abandoned us. My mother A1 raised me and protected me from everyone. She even gave up becoming shinobi because of me. At last, she even gave her IFE to protecting someone as worthless as me. I'm not fit to be sought her son. My mother said her dying words that I would try surviving in this voyage and change everything one day. How could I change anything, when I could not protect myself? I started running after that, voyage from voyage. Whenever I could get chance I would train, but even after training, I'm pathetic. I'm not strong like my mother. The boy said this crying. Tsunade immediately hugged him once more and let him cry on her shoulder. Hey, I think you are amazing. After you kept your promise to your mother. You survived at this point. So, you tell me your name. My name is Kimimaro Kagaya. So Kimimaro, would you like to fight and protect people like you? They shall not suffer like you did. Tsunade asked Kimimaro, smiling while hugging him. Tsunade taught him about Mei and her Goas. Kimimaro nodded at her. By the way, my name is Tsunade Senju and this is my son Naruto Uzumaki. When Kimimaro heard her name, his eyes widened. He remembered, his mother had said about her. She was the strongest woman on this planet. Rei, are you the Tsunade Senju, strongest of 3 Sannin? I'm Rei, honored to meet you Tsunade-sama. My mother had taught me about you and your battle bravery. You were the inspiration of my mother. She Rei admired you. She wanted to become like you. As strong as you. She wanted to become first Femike head of Kagaya-kan. She taught me everything about you. If my mother was here, she would Rei be happy to meet you. If she would knew that I met you and even talked to you, she would be proud of me. Kimimaro said smiling. Looks like you Rei are famous Ka-chan. Just I would expect from you. Naruto goes to her and hugged her. He sat on her AP. After seeing Kimimaro he got a bit jealous that his mother was giving so much attention to Kimimaro. Tsunade immediately understood Naruto and hugged him and kissed him. He smiled. Kimimaro seemed confused and asked, Tsunade-sama, I thought that you said that this boy was your son. Tsunade smiled. She could understand his confusion. Yes Kimimaro, you are right. He is my son but so my over. Kimimaro heavy bushed after seeing the situation and started imagining things. I think we shall go to bed now. Naruto said this. After one day, the trio once again was at the cave. They went inside. Kimimaro fooled them. He trusted Tsunade with his whole heart. After 10 minutes 2 guards had came to them and escorted them to their eater. They came inside a big camp and Kimimaro saw a teenage girl with long hair. She looked beautiful. Ah Naruto-kun, did you miss me that much that you couldn't I for 2 days? Mei said this and lifted him in her arms and kissed him on the cheek. Naruto bushed heavy after getting kissed by Mei. I ove your bushing face Naruto-kun. Mei said teasingly. Put me down Mei-chan, I have come here for a different reason. Naruto said with red cheek. I'm hurt Naruto-kun. Do you not like me ifting you? After if you have not taken by Tsunade-sama. You would have been my husband. I always wanted a man like you. She again teased him. It's not that. Naruto said bushing. Kimimaro thought. Does every beautiful girl obey him? Tsunade was now annoyed at Mei's behavior. Just put him down already, we have come here for a different reason. Are you perhaps jealous Tsunade-sama that Naruto-kun is in my arms? Mei asked teasingly. No, I'm not. Tsunade said looking away. Mei smiled eviy, then it said Naruto-kun wi sit in my AP not yours, why taking to me? Isn't that right Naruto-kun? Mei asked Naruto pei fui. He couldn't refuse her. Tsunade thought this time you have won but next time I be the winner. After if you take him for now. He ways be mine not yours. She comforted Hersf by saying these words to Hersf. Kimimaro was wondering what was happening. They both were fighting over this brat. He got jealous that even this woman owed him. He got closer to Tsunade and sat beside her. She smiled at him and said you can sit on my AP Kimimaro, if you want. Kimimaro bushed and sat on her AP and hugged her. Tsunade smiled and embraced him in her arms. She knew that he saw her Ike mother figure. Now Naruto got jealous and cursed Kimimaro for staying his mother away from him but assured himself thinking that Tsunade wi returned to him. Naruto spoke from Mei's AP, now that everyone is settled, te you Mei-chan, why we came again. He taught her about Kimimaro and Kimimaro also spoke and taught her his story. Now Mei-chan, I want you to train Kimimaro and make him powerful. He aid you in bad but protect him because he is the last member of Kagaya-kan. After you become Mizukage you have to restore the glory of Hidden Mist, for that you have to rebuild the can that has been annihilated. After everyone feared Hidden Mist because it had most number of boudin from any voyage. Other voyages are not supporting you because they also want to extinguish most of the cans in Hidden Mist, This is perfect for them as they do not have to do any work but stiwi weaken the hidden mist. Even after you become Mizukage Uwi have very much Chang in rebidding Kurigakure back. This boy Kimimaro Wi hep you establishing the Kagaya can. You should start ooking for other can survivors aso and give them shedder. With this Uwi have s work after you have won. I'm saying this because even after you win there's no guarantee that other VHWI not attack you. Naruto explained to Mei. Kimimaro was amazed at Naruto, now he understood why everyone seems attracted to him. Rei Naruto-kun, you never stop to amaze me. You even have thought about after the war. I was also thinking about the same thing and working on them but postponed focusing simply on the war. Then it's said Mei-chan Iwi pan everything and find the survivors unti the main bat. You focus on the war Iwi focus on what we Wi do after the war. Naruto said ooking at Mei. Mei hugged him immediately. Rei Naruto-kun, Uwi do that for me. Man, I Rei ove you. She kissed him on the cheek. Naruto again bushed hearing that she oved him. Mei raised what she said. I'm sorry Naruto-kun, I didn't mean it like that. It's okay Mei-chan, I understand that you said that in excitement. We Wi depart now Mei-chan as we are ready behind the Sheju. Take care of Kimimaro for me, he had gone through a OT. Naruto said to Mei. Mei got it sad thinking that he Wi go now. She started to ike him. The way he talked. The way he explained everything in simple words. She iked everything about him. Naruto saw the face of Mei. He hugged her tighty now and kissed her cheek and spoke on her shoulder. I'm so sad Mei-chan, that Iwi not be able to talk to you from now and Wi not see your beautiful face and hear your sweet voice, but Iwi have to go. We Wi meet again in few years. Iwi so have become powerful then and aid you in your bat. Mei bushed when he said her beautiful. You think that I'm beautiful Naruto-kun. Mei asked Naruto who was hugging her. Of course Mei-chan, what kind of question is that? I already said to you yesterday right and I never ie. He said this and kissed her cheek again. Now she hugged him once more very tighty. Tsunade saw and got very jealous as how much affection he was showing to her. Then she ooked at Kimimaro who was crying. She asked. What happened Kimimaro? It's just I'm very sad Tsunade-sama that you Wi me. In 2 years nobody had talked to me but when you hugged me, it was the same as my mother used to. He said crying. Tsunade raised that he saw her ike his mother and hugged him. I'm only going for some time Kimimaro, I'm not even you. We Wi meet again. You want to become strong ike your mother right then you have to train here and fulfill your promise. After we have won this war. You can come Konoha for some day and we can spend some time together, how does that sound Kimimaro? Hi Tsunade-sama, Kimimaro said crying on her shoulders. Stop with that honorifics ready Kimimaro, see me Tsunade oni. Hi Tsunade-san, I can't see you any further than this. Kimimaro said bushing. Tsunade smiled at Kimimaro and they broke the hug. After 2 days. After departing from Mei they had continuously run. They entered a village but it was snowing, it's strange, when we came here earlier. There was no snow in the sky. Naruto said. Yes Naru I so agree with you but there is something about this snow, there is no snow in Kiri even in winter, there is a ways mist in Akiri, this is strange. Wait a minute Naru, try to feel the snow there is chakra mixed in it. This snow is not natura, someone is causing it. But who could be this powerful? Even from the Yuki can only Roya Bood could do this with snow, Unes there is some survivor and they are causing it. Someone could be fighting Naru. We must hurry up. There is some survivor from Yuki can. Tsunade said this and they spit up and started to ooking for that person. After searching continuously throughout the village for 1 hour they met again. I couldn't find anyone, mother. Me too Naru, and it looks like the snow isn't stopping, I think they are not fighting, they are doing it unintentionally. Tsunade said, looking at Naruto. But we have to find them, mother. I promised to Mei-chan that I will for survivors, and when we are this close, we shouldn't let this opportunity go to waste. If we can find anyone, then Yuki can be reviewed in the future. Naruto said this, looking it down. Hey, don't beat yourself about this, Naru. We will find the one that is causing it. But first we should eat. Let's find some restaurant. They both started looking for restaurant. Tsunade was spoon-feeding Naruto and he was looking outside the window. He saw a girl same age as he was. She had a baby in her arms. The baby was about 1.5 years of age. The baby looked healthy but the girl looked malnourished. She had back hair, brown eyes, and was wearing some OD clothes, but she looked beautiful in his eyes. He looked at the scene. The girl was staying some bread while the baby was in her arms. He looked at her behind and saw a white rabbit fooling her, then saw a dog who was also fooling her. She successfully stayed the bread and then moved to the dustbin and started picking some things from it. She feed the half bread to the baby and half of it gave to the white rabbit. She then opened the 3 box that she had picked up from dustbin. As she opened it, the 2 box were empty. Her face became sad and opened the 3rd one. It had some food in it but Barry had some. It wasn't even edible. It had some rice in it but was covered in dust. She spit the rice in half and gave other half to the dog and ate the rest of it. She saw the owner of the shop coming towards her and he goes to the rabbit who was eating the bread that she gave her. The owner goes to the rabbit. He was about to kick when suddenly someone grabbed his EG. Naruto saw that it was the same girl. She was saying something he couldn't hear her, when suddenly the owner kicked the girl in her stomach. Naruto's eyes widened. He was about to go and save the girl but saw suddenly snow has stopped. You know what this means, don't you, Naruto? That girl is from Yuki-kan. She was the reason of the snow, though. If the snow had continued CFA, she would have froze herself in 2 days without any blanket. Yes, Kurama, you are right. Mom, I have found out the person from Yuki-kan. We have to go now. She is in danger. Naruto said this and jumped out of window and went to the girl. After paying the bill, Tsunade goes to her son and saw he was holding a girl in his arms. Mom, we have to treat her immediately. She is suffering from food poisoning, chakra exhaustion, malnutrition and deep inner wound. Naruto lifted her in his arms and Tsunade lifted the baby. It was a boy. The rabbit and dog food them. After sleeping the whole night, the girl woke up. When she opened her eyes, she was not on the streets. She was in a bed and in a very comfortable one. She got suspicious as to how she was here, asked things. She remembered that the shop owner had kicked her in her stomach. She then started searching for her brother. Then the door opened and came through a young boy. He looked same age as her. He had 3 core hair but looked beautiful to her. She thought that she would foo the boy and search for her brother and get out from here immediately after a rich Pepe's son seemed spoiled and dumb to her. She remembered one time when in the restaurant came a rich boy. He had wasted half of his food and threw away in the garbage. She had foo Maya that day. She got out of the bed and goes to the boy. Sir, I think you brought the wrong person here. I'm not even a girl. I can't service you. My face looks like a girl but I'm a boy. She said with innocent eyes. Naruto started owing at her. The girl seemed confused and thought looks like he is dumb and crazy at the same time. After 2 minutes Naruto stopped owing. Reacts, I'm not here to harm you and I know that you are a girl because when I treated your wounds, I had to do a full body checkup and you were a girl, so you don't need to IE. I can see it in your eyes that you are trying to escape from here and you start by knocking me out and then find your brother. Am I not right? Naruto asked her, smiling. First the girl bushed when he said that he had seen her and then she looked at her kathas. They were expensive and it was a boy's kathas. Naruto come to her and held her hands. She bushed at the touch but didn't resisted him. Hey, I know who you are. You are from Yuki-kan, aren't you? But I'm not here to harm you. If I had any bad intentions then think, Why would I save you from snow and treat your injuries? You can trust me and tell me about yourself. Naruto assured her. The door opened again and she saw a woman who had three-cord hair just like boy. Then she saw her brother who was drinking milk of the woman. The rabbit and dog seemed to fool her. She immediately went to grab her brother but was attacked by the dog and rabbit. The dog started icking her over and rabbit got on top of her head. Woman comforted her by saying that her brother was peacefully drinking her milk. The boy introduced himself. My name is Naruto Uzumaki. This is my mother Tsunade Senju. My name is Haku Yuki. As you know, I'm from the Yuki clan. That is my brother Yuta Yuki. Haku, after raising that these people were not bad, started to trusting them. Of them sat down on the bed. Earlier I represented myself as a boy to you because my mother had taught me that if I taught of the peep that I'm a boy nobody would harm me. I tell you my story just like you asked me. Yuki-kan was not destroyed immediately before it was destroyed. The survivors started to trave through Akiri including my mother, but they attracted too much attention because of their looks. They were beautiful. So, they gone hiding with few members. My mother was not a warrior, she could not fight, she didn't train herself in shinobi way but sti possessed the Hyoten like other members. In the Yuki-kan everyone inherited Hyoten unik Kagaya where only few had Shikatsunyaku. The Kanoni decided to let her come with them because she could do the cheap work of the Kan's head and Kan eaters. One day the Kan head had sawed my mother in his chamber, she food the order. But when she got in the chamber, very unexpected thing happened to her. The Kan head, that bastard had sawed my mother to rape her. She couldn't do anything. She had no strength against shinobi. No one had helped her. When she taught them, no one bathed my mother. She left the can and became civilian. She got mixed in with the civilian due to not being a shinobi. But she was pregnant. There was no food for her, no home, nothing, but a farmer took her in his home. When she asked him why he took her, he taught her because of the beauty of my mother. She never wanted to live with him. After what happened to her, she didn't trust any men, but yet she was pregnant. If she didn't live with him, her chid that is me would have died. She agreed to live with him. When I was 7 years old my mother got pregnant again, but this time he had not forced her. He told my mother that he owed her and wanted a chid. She agreed to give him his own chid and my brother was born. We were a happy at family. But one day when I was playing near the river something strange happened. I could control some water. I told my mother immediately but she sapped me. After a while she came in my room and apoogies to me and told me the story of how I was born and how I could control water. I promised my mother that I would not do anything like that, but unfortunately my father heard everything. He organized some voyagers to key me, my mother and brother. When I came back after paying, I saw that my father was keying my mother and next he was going to key my brother. I was horrified. I lost control and froze him in the ice. I didn't know how I could make them, but I was thankful that I could save my brother. I started running but Voyagers was chasing me but I keyed of them. Oh no, I keyed of them even if they didn't harm me or my family, I keyed of them. I'm a monster like they told me. I'm sorry. You must think I'm a monster. Haku started to saying sorry again and again. Naruto was listening carefully when she started to apologizing. He immediately goes to her and hugged her. He raised that she couldn't have cried in past 6 months due to looking after her brother. He started saying comforting words to her. Haku-chan, don't apoogies, you did the right thing. If you didn't have then you and your brother would be dead. I don't think you are a monster. From what I have seen, you are kind and you have very hentai heart. Even in such difficulty you didn't abandon your brother and not even the rabbit. You gave Cian food to your brother and rabbit and you ate the dirty food. Even I'm not as strong and hentai as like you. So, don't worry about anything. More importantly don't see yourself monster. Haku was sti crying on his chest, he let her cry. After 5 minutes she stopped crying. I'm sorry, I cried on your chest. Your clothes got dirty. She broke the hug. He again hugged her tighty and said, you can cry as much as you want, Haku-chan, I wouldn't mind. She smiled and blushed at this. She started to tell him the story why she was sti being hugged. My brother was 1 year old at that time. I had left my home with my brother and my rabbit that my mother gave me. I IVED in the street for 6 months. I stole the food for my brother and my rabbit. I started eating food from dustbin, but that dog already ate from that dustbin. I started sharing food with him. At night of 4 us would sleep together. That's why I survived the snow. Haku told Naruto her story sti in his arms. He was rubbing her back with one of his hand while he was holding her tighty with his other hand. Tsunade was a so stunning while feeding Yuta. Naru-kun, but the question is what shall we do? We can't give her to Mei because of her brother. Yuta wouldn't survive there. He sti need Mick. He only survived this long because she gave him the bread. If he eats bread anymore, he wi die as his digestive system wi not support him. Haku got up and said, Anyo, I count I've with you and do your work just like my mother did. I wi not ask of anything except for food and some clothes. I'm hard worker, I can do the housework. When I become OD I can service Naruto-kun so, if you promise to feed my brother. I wi do anything you ask. Please, don't leave us. Haku started crying and begging to Tsunade. Naruto got to her and hugged her. We would never ask you to do that, Haku-chan. Do you not trust me? I wi never ask you to service me or do my dirty work. You think that out of me. My mother was saying this because she was worried about your brother Haku-chan. Naruto said this while hugging her. She was sti crying. Mother, I think we shall take Haku-chan with us Konoha. You can say that you want to adopt her. No one wi say anything. After Konoha Ovi's new booting. Mei-chan wi understand the situation if I taught her. Naruto asked looking at Tsunade and she nodded in confirmation. How does that sound, Haku-chan? Will you live with us and train with us? When you go to Konoha, mother wi adopt you, that way you and your brother wi be safe. You can train with me, Haku-chan, and become strong. Wait, after adoption you wi become my older sister Haku-chan. What shout I say you? Haku-chan or Haku-ne? Naruto asked excitedly. Yes, Naruto-kun, I wowed ove to Ive with you. I know that when you wi be there no one can harm me or my brother. I thank you from bottom of my heart. From now on, I belong to you, Naruto-kun. You can do with me as you please. If you wish that I shall become strong, then I wi train. As for sawing me, you can say me what you want, Naruto-kun. I don't mind. Haku said sti in his embrace. Haku-chan, never say that again, I taught you already. You do not belong to me, you have your own brain and heart, right? You wi do as you like, you are not my save, Haku-chan, you are my older sister. You can protect me and I can protect you, how does that sound? Naruto asked her. Thank you, Naruto-kun, I wi protect you from now on. Haku said. But first let's get you some clothes. Naruto said, smiling. He looked at Tsunade. She understood her son and gave some money. They both effed. It's strange, yesterday was snowing. Today's weather is completely sunny and warm. Haku said. Naruto smiled, thinking how even she didn't knew her full power. It's not strange, Haku-chan, snow was falling because of you. When Roya Bud Yuki is sad or emotionally disturbed, the snow starts falling with their chakra. The snow was falling because of your emotional state. Naruto explained to her. Haku nodded dumbly and embarrassed as how she didn't knew even her own power. They were about to go shopping when Haku's stomach growled. Haku's face got red from embarrassment. Naruto just smiled at her and started going in the direction of the restaurant. As they entered the restaurant, the owner quickly came at Haku and was about to hit her. You it shit. Have you come back for more staying? Naruto was about to reply when he saw the shop owner was about to punch Haku in the face. His punch was blocked by Naruto's hand. "Uwi not punch my sister, Jii-san. If you even eye a finger on her Iwi ki you." Naruto said this, raising his cure intent. Owner got scared and backed off. Naruto threw some money at him and said that should be enough and F the shop. Haku was blushing. This was first time that someone had stood for her. Naruto saw this and said, "You look more beautiful when you are bushing Haku-chan." Haku got even more red. She hid her face in her palm. Both of them went to another restaurant and ordered some food. Haku started eating quickly. She started eating like the food wi soon disappear. Naruto smiled at her. He knew that she had not eaten proper food in 6 months. He ate her eat and didn't said anything. After 15 minutes Haku was full and Naruto understood this and was about to go and pay for the buy, but suddenly his wrist was grabbed by Haku. "Wait, Naruto-kun, why didn't you eat any food?" Naruto smiled and said, "I can't eat with my own hand, Haku-chan. My mother always fed me with her hand, and besides I already had breakfast in Hot before you woke up." Haku was surprised when Naruto said that he can't eat with his own hands. They had now arrived at Kata's shop. "Haku-chan, go get what you like and don't worry about the price. We take what you decide to wear." Haku nodded and effed. Haku was showing to Naruto what she would like to take. "Wow, Haku-chan, it's Ika the Kathas looks pretty on you. You look stunning in a Kathas. You should take a of them." Haku blushed when Naruto complimented her. Just like Naruto said, he took a the Kathas even when Haku resisted. "I never had this much kath in my entire IFE, Naruto-kun." Haku said honesty. "You know Haku-chan, you should see me Naru now. Everyone who is close to me saws me that." Naruto said, looking at her. "Okay, Naru-kun." Haku said, bushing. "By the way, Naru-kun, how many people I've with you at Konoha?" Haku asked curiously. Naruto smiled. "We at Senju compound I've with my mother, of course. There is Tsunade-chan and Hina Haim, she is my friend who trains with me and I've with us. We do a OT of fun things together. Me and Hina do a OT of pranks on Tsunade-chan and we pay and roam around village and do a OT of fun things. Tsunade-chan is a so amazing though she works at hospital more than she ives in house, but we obey each other a OT. Hina trains with me too." Naruto said, excited. Haku wondered who this Hina girl is. "You know Haku-chan, when you wi come and I've with us. We wi so do a OT of fun things together. With you, me and Hina-chan, we wi prank everyone now and pay together and train together. I can't wait when you wi meet Hina and Hina meets you. You guys wi become friends instantly." Naruto said this, jumping around. They reached the hot they were staying at. They got to their room and saw Tsunade was sitting on a chair A1. "What happened, Ka-chan? Why are you sitting A1? Naruto asked, concern in his voice. Tsunade saw her son and smiled. "Nothing, Naru, it's just that when you defay asleep, I had nothing to do and I was waiting for you." Naruto felt that his mother was feeling oni. He then raised that he never had effed his mother for so long. He quickly grabbed his mother in a bone-cracking hug and kissed her on the cheek. He raised after he effed Konoha, he never showed any ove to his mother. "Feeling good, Ka-chan?" he asked her, smiling. "Yes, Naru, how cannot I? When you do that I always feel okay, you know that, right?" She whispered in his ears. He smiled and sat on her AP. "We wi eve tomorrow morning, I wi send Eder to Mei-chan and explain the situation." Haku and Tsunade nodded. Next morning, Ka-chan, Haku-chan can't run like us. She never had training in her IFE. I wi carry Haku-chan on my back and my cone wi carry our suppies and the dog. You carry Yuta, okay? Tsunade nodded. "Come on, Haku-chan, hop on my back. I wi carry you." My Kon and Ka-chan have already effed. We have to catch up. Naruto said this bending down. Haku hopped on his back and bushed. She smeed him, his SME was so good. She gripped around his neck and he started hopping trees to trees. After 2 days, Naruto and Tsunade reached Konoha. Naru, you go home, I and Haku wi go to the Hokage and explain everything. Tsunade said and effed with Haku and her brother. I'm happy Tsunade-sama that Hokage agreed to your request and you wi adopt me now. Haku said this smiling. What's this Haku-chan, sti sawing me Tsunade-sama? We are mother and daughter now, Haku. Ca me anything but not Tsunade-sama, peep who don't know me properly saws me that. Hi Suna. Ka-san. Haku said this bushing. Where are we going Oka-san? Haku asked curiously. Tsunade smiled and said, we are going to Hyuga compound to get Hinata-chan. Oh, it was a Haku cowed say to her new mother. She was so eager to meet this girl after Naruto mentioned her name. The way Naruto talked about her, she seems very close to Naruto. They reached the Hyuga compound. The guard went inside to inform Hiashi. After some time Hiashi came and greeted Tsunade. Greetings sensei, I take it you are here for Hinata. Yes Hiashi, I'm here to take Hinata. I resume her training from tomorrow. Tsunade said. As they were going inside people were smiling at Tsunade. She couldn't understand why. They reached the garden where Hinata was playing with her siblings and her mother was sitting eating against a tree. Hinata saw her sensei and immediately got up. She greeted Tsunade. Then she saw a girl of her height. She looked pretty. She had back hair, brown eyes like Tsunade and had wore blue kimono that was tied at waist and wore back pants. Her clothes were the exact replica of Tsunade, only the colors were changed. Tsunade saw Hinata and others were eyeing Haku. Hinata, every one of you would be wondering, who this girl is. This is my daughter Haku Yuki Senju. I met her on my journey and I adopted her and her brother. So, they are my children now, along with Shizune and Naru. Hinata, she wi be so training with you and Naru from tomorrow. Tsunade said this to everyone who looked very surprised by the revelation. What? But how sensei, you can't adopt someone outside the village. Hiashi said to Tsunade. Of course I can Hiashi. You forgot who I am. You are informed eerie about this because of Hinata. Everyone in the council wi know tomorrow and if they are going to protest it then I myself wi go in the council to set everything. Anyway Hinata let's go, Naru is waiting for us at home. Tsunade said to Hiashi. And what's with everyone in the Hyuga can smiling at me Hiashi? Care to tame me? Tsunade asked Hiashi. Hiashi and Hitomi smiled. Hiashi came forward and lowered his head. Thank you Tsunade-sama for training my daughter. Everyone in the clan knows of her power. She defeated a Chunin from our clan and so won Junin. She was going to continue this but eaters interfered. I'm very grateful to you and Naruto-san for choosing our daughter Tsunade-sama. She is powerful because of you and Naruto-san. Hiashi said this lowering his head. Yes Tsunade-sama, I'm so grateful to you. You didn't just made Hinata powerful physically but mentally so. She has completely changed. She is no longer shy and timid girl who was afraid of speaking in front of everyone. I'm very grateful to you Tsunade-sama. It looks like you indebted us once again. We can't repay you. Hitomi said this lowering her head. Tsunade smiled. You both are wrong. I only guided her and Naru only gave her power but it was Hinata who worked on her power not me or Naru. I'm so proud of Hinata to see her my student. Honesty, she is such a sweet girl I can't bathe it. And this is only the beginning, she wi become more powerful, most powerful Hyuga that ever existed. My dream is to utilize her potentia and make her try powerful. Tsunade said this looking at Hinata. Hinata felt proud in herself when Tsunade said these words. She was always looking forward to the day when Tsunade wi acknowledged her. She greatly respected her sensei. She always wanted to become like Tsunade. Tears came from her eyes and she immediately hugged Tsunade. Thank you for training me, sensei. I never break this trust that you have shown in me. I work hard and become powerful like you want. I make you more proud, I promise, sensei. Of that, I have no doubt, Hinata. I bathe in you. I know that you make me more proud. Tsunade said this to Hinata, who was hugging. Let's go now. First we go to Shizune to get her in the hospital and then to Senju compound. I'm sure Shizune had missed us. Tsunade said, and the trio left. At the Senju compound, Naruto was waiting for his mother to return. He sensed 4 people entering the compound. He remembered the chakra signature and smiled. Hinata entered the living room and saw Naruto, who was sitting on the sofa. As soon as he saw her, he ran towards her and quickly grabbed her in a hug. I missed you, my Hime. I missed you. I have a OT to tell you. He could only say this and then he tried to break the hug, but Hinata resisted him. He soon submitted to her and kept the hug. She broke the hug and kissed him on the cheek. I so missed you, Naru. I was only without you. Tell me about the trip in my room. He so kissed her on the cheek and said, Hina, tell you the stories. Hinata smiled and bushed. She was not used to Naruto. Then her vision fell on the Haku, who was looking annoyed and jealous of her. She thought, so she don't know about Sensei and Naru. She then goes to her and Naruto goes to Shizune. Naruto goes to Shizune and hugged her. I missed you so, Shizune ne-chan. Shizune smiled and said teasingly, stop ying, Naru. How could you miss me when you had Ka-chan, who you consider most beautiful in the world? That is true, ne-chan, but you are my sister who takes care of me, how can I not miss you? Naruto said honesty. Honest as a ways hnn. Naru, I so missed you. I fed only without you. I missed your pranks that you did. When I got home it was a quiet without you and Okawa-san. But now that you have come this house I get Ivy again. Shizune said to Naruto. With Hinata and Haku. You know Haku-chan, you are jealous of the wrong person. You shout jealous with your Ka-san, not me. I tell you a secret. Don't scream when you hear, okay. Naru-kun and Tsunade-sensei is in relationship, that means Naru-kun and Tsunade-sensei are not only mother and son but over as we. Hinata said this gigging. She owed the reaction of Haku. Haku's eye widened and screamed, what? Everyone ooked at Haku. Naruto immediately understood and goes to Haku. After telling everything about their relationship, Naruto asked Haku. So, Haku-chan, do you reject our relationship? I know it's not normal, but we ove each other. Haku remembered the trip, they were close to each other. Naruto did everything with his mother, even slept with her. She ignored everything and just thought that they were very close. Haku smiled at Naruto and said, I screamed there, because I was just surprised, Naru-kun. It was not because I rejected it. How can I reject you and Ka-san when you have saved me and my brother from that hiho? I have no problem, Naru-kun. I'm sure that nobody ove you more than Ka-san and nobody ove Ka-san more than you. Haku said this smiling. She bathed what she said. Okay now, that sets it. We decide now where Haku-chan and Yuta-kun ive. Hina-chan, I think Haku-chan shout Ive with you. It benefit both you and Haku-chan. Is so not Fioni and Haku-chan is so get company. Hinata nodded. And Shizune ne-chan, I think you should take care of Yuta. If Haku-chan babysit Yuta-kun, then her training get affected. This way you so have excuse for not going to the hospital and Kauta so resume your training that you were taking about, and Yuta-kun so be taken care of. Shizune thought about this for a minute then nodded. I think you are right, Naru. This be beneficia for our family. Shizune said. You had thought about everything and everyone, haven't you, Naru? Shizune asked Naruto, smiling. Of course, Nei-chan. Haku-chan and Yuta-kun has become family after a. We have to take care of each other. Naruto said to Shizune. Haku was listening to Naruto and felt happy. When she thought about finally she had become important to someone and consider her a family. But what about the dog and the rabbit, Naru-kun? Hinata asked Naruto. Oh, about them. I think Haku-chan should train both of them in ninja way. They wi not become Ike in Izuka, but Haku-chan could use them and depend on them for sensing or searching someone. The dog could be used to tracking and rabbit could be used to deceiving or eyeing a trap. I think they would become fine companion to each other. IWIN some books to Haku-chan for training them from the library. What do you think of that, Haku-chan? Naruto asked Haku. I think that's a great idea, Naru-kun. This way we can go together in a mission and I've together. But how will train them? Haku asked Naruto. But this time Tsunade smiled and said, from our chakra, Haku-chan. You know, Inuzuka's dogs rely on their master's chakra, that's why they could communicate. After generations of training they now have become natural with that and they don't train their dogs. In the can someone especially takes care of dog and one day the kid from Inuzuka can goes to that person and the dog chooses their master. The dog wiv as long as their master though, it doesn't happy to the master as after their dog dies in bath they replace with someone essay. IWI help you in training them so, don't worry. Tsunade assured Haku. Haku was about to say something when doorbell rang. She had an idea who might it be. Shizune opened the door and it was an Anbu. There is a Count C meeting, Tsunade-sama. The Count C and Hokage has requested your presence. Anbu said this and effed. Tsunade smiled, she was expecting this but not today. Haku, Naru wi go to the Count C. Today IWI show them my power. In the matter of Naru, I couldn't do much. Today wi be different. In the Count C room, every head was there. After they got the news that Tsunade had bring 2 kids from the Yuki-kan in Konoha, they were determined to acquire the children. Fugaku had plans when he take them, he train them and make oya them to the Uchiha, and when the girl grow up she bear ot of Uchiha children. This way he could acquire 2 Keke Genkai in his can. Danzo was here to demand the chid to his care and he knew that this be difficult because of Tsunade. As for other heads, they were here only to see the chid. Everyone knew that Tsunade wi not give the chid to anyone. Tsunade entered the Count C room. She saw that every Count C member was here except for Sivian's side. She remembered the warning that she gave last time. Every head saw Tsunade. She was with 2 chid. One was a boy who had 3 hair core like Tsunade and other was a girl who had back hair. Tsunade looked at the 3rd Hokage. So, why did you sod me, sensei? I thought that adoption process was completed. Tsunade asked the Hokage. She knew that Hokage didn't sod this meeting but she asked her. Tsunade, I didn't sod this meeting. I'm so curious to know why this meeting was sod. 3rd Hokage said. I sod this meeting, Hokage-sama. And what's this about adoption? You gave the children to Senju without discussing with anyone. Fugaku asked. Tsunade looked at Fugaku. She already hated him. When Makoto had taught her the story. On what base do you think that I should consent adoption process to the Count C? Tsunade asked Fugaku. Tsunade-sama, you already know that the children you bring to Konoha possess Hyoten because she is from Yuki-kan. Therefore before anyone adopt them, the Count C shall be informed. We shall acquire the Hyoten in Konoha by putting them in Kan Restoration Act. I think the children shall be given to Uchiha Kan. That way we can combine Sharingan and Hyoten and make Konoha stronger. Fugake said this smirking. He knew that Konoha owed new Keke Genkai, If he would make them bathe that by combining Hyoten to Sharingan Konoha would become powerful, then every can head would agree, then Tsunade wi have no choice but to give the children to Konoha. After hearing Fugaku most every can head started shouting. Hiyashi Shikaku Shuza and Shibi Aburame were seeing why everyone was shouting. Shikaku knew that after adoption nobody could do anything and he didn't even care about Hyoten, he was just sitting there and yawning. Hiyashi didn't want to displease Tsunade after she had done everything for him and his can, so he was quiet. Of course, he wanted the Hyoten in his can, but he also knew that it was the lost cause. Shuza was not speaking because his friend had already taught him that he should not pursue, but Inoichi had rejected Shikaku saying he wi bring Hyoten to his can. Shibi Aburame wasn't saying anything because he was just not interested and he didn't iked the idea of putting a chid in CRA. Fugaku came to everyone and said, I think every can shout breed one chid with that Yuki Gur. This way every can in Konoha could acquire Hyoten. Every can head got quiet after hearing this. I also agree with everyone, but that boy should be given to me for training. I use his ability to make Konoha stronger. Danzo said this and everyone nodded. Haku got scared after hearing everyone. She started to doubt her decision. Naruto saw Haku and understood her uneasiness. He held her hand and said, Haku-chan, don't worry, nothing wi happened to you, Kachan wi save you. Tsunade saw Haku scared. She got angry and started yaking her keying intent. Before anyone could say everyone started to suffocate, she punched the wall that was behind her, the wall coaxed and shouted. Quiet. What do you think you are saying about my daughter? She doesn't belong to any can from Konoha. The CRA doesn't appy to her. She is just a refugee and I'm going to adopt her. It's as simple as that. She had come here like Mito Uzumaki and Kushina Uzumaki. When they came here, the odd didn't appy on them. They were never adopted due to their status of previous Jinchuriki. But Haku here, my daughter isn't a Jinchuriki, so I can adopt her. If any one of you think that you can take her away from me, then you are mistaken. She belongs to me now. She is the heir of Senju Kan. I have already adopted her. If you ever comment about taking her into your can and breeding her, then I erase your can from this voyage. She is my daughter now, uwica her with honourifics. Tsunade shouted these words to everyone. Everyone got scared after seeing angered Tsunade. Haku raved after hearing those words and hugged her mother. She started crying. Tsunade lifted Haku in her arms. There. I already told you, Haku-chan, that you are my daughter. I protect you with my IFE. Nobody can separate you from me. Tsunade said these comforting words to Haku. Haku hugged her even tighter. Thank you, Ka-san, for protecting me. Everyone was seeing this. They knew that they couldn't do anything about it. Fugaku was so raised that this was the lost cause, but he smiled thinking about something. Tsunade-sama, I think Haku-san belongs to you. I have no doubt that nobody can obey her as much as you do, Fugaku said. Tsunade got surprised by Fugaku's words. One moment he was planning to breed her and now he is saying these words. She wondered where he was getting. So Tsunade-sama, I propose a poetica marriage between my youngest son Sasuke to your elder daughter Haku. This wi benefit both us and Konoha. Every can head after hearing this raised that Fugaku was acquiring Hyoten indirectly into his family and his can. Shibi Aburame, who was quiet until now, got up and said, I also propose a poetica marriage between my son and your daughter, Tsunade-sama. Unik Uchiha my can wi offer her the status of the wife of Kanhead of Aburame. Shibi thought about this after hearing Fugaku. He thought this was appropriate way to bring Hyoten in his can. This way the gur wi so not be forced to bear muti chid. Hana Inuzuka so got up and proposed same thing food by Shuza Akamichi. Shikaku was quiet. He knew this would so not work after seeing the relationship between them. He knew that Tsunade owed her adopted daughter. She wouldn't give her daughter to anyone. Hiyashi and Inoichi was quiet because they didn't had any son. Fugaku stood up and said, I don't think Tsunade-sama would give her daughter's hand to Ao Kanaiku. She should give her daughter's hand to a noble and prestigious Kanaiku Uchiha. What did you say, Uchiha? You think we sit and take insit about our can? Everyone started shouting. Shikaku thought how this meeting had come to this. Meeting was supposed about adoption, but now it had turned to marriage. Quiet. Shikaku shouted. This is not the way any can head should behave. I think you should hear Tsunade-sama's response. This decision is her. Shikaku said to everyone. Everyone got quiet after listening Shikaku and looked towards Tsunade for her response. Haku was very surprised by this turn of events. One moment ago they were talking about breeding and now they were talking about marriage. Haku wondered who Tsunade would give her hand. She now trusted Tsunade. She thought I accept Ka-san decision. I know that she think best for me. Tsunade smiled when everyone looked towards her. I don't think this decision should be mine. It should be my daughter's decision. I give my daughter's hand whom she chooses. So, you have time, in the academy you should take your sons to woo my daughter. Whoever succeed it should take my daughter. Haku was surprised at her mother's response. She was choosing her to make her own decisions. Respect for Tsunade had grown in her heart. Tsunade was rejecting even the Kan heir's proposal. Fugaku thought this would be enough for him. He wowed Tei Sasuke to woo her in the academy after the Uchihas were known for their ooks. Almost every year in the academy every Uchiha had their fan cub. He also had one and his son Itachi also had. He had no doubt that Sasuke would be any different. She wowed ECFA for Sasuke after seeing his power and popularity. Hana, Shibi and Shuza were so satisfied. She had no doubt that their sons would woo her. Hiyashi, who was quiet until now, spoke next. Tsunade-sama, what do you think about marriage between your adopted son and my youngest daughter? They are of same age. My response is same as before, Hiyashi. If your daughter can woo my Yuta then she can marry my son. Hiyashi nodded and looked towards Naruto next. Naruto wondered why he was looking towards him. Naruto-san, as you know Tsunade-sama is not your EGA mother. So, what I'm about to say would be your decision, not Tsunade-sama. You are familiar with Hinata and you two seem to coast with each other. I propose a marriage between you and my eldest daughter, heir of the prestigious Hyuga Hinata. As you already know that she is strong. She had defeated the Chunin and even Jonin from my clan. She would be the strongest in Konoha in future. What do you think of that? Hiyashi asked Naruto. Everyone started murmuring, how can Hiyashi give his daughter to Kyuubi brat? The rumors stated that his daughter had defeated the Chunin from his clan. She was a prodigy and he was a monster. Hiyashi-sama, I'm honored that you think I'm worthy of Hina-chan. But, I must reject your proposal for two reasons. First, you should ask your daughter, and second is, I already have given my heart to someone. So, I can't marry your daughter. Naruto said this looking at his mother. Hiyashi didn't expect this response from Naruto. He wondered who was the girl. He had given this proposal to him because of Hinata, after she said that he was stronger than her. He thought Naruto would be perfect match for his daughter. He also had 9 ties inside him. If he would have married his daughter, his clan would Suri had become strongest in Konoha. He was sure that no one except Hinata was close to him. Everyone was surprised to hear Naruto's response. Everyone thought Naruto would accept right away. Fugaku thought thank God he didn't accepted Hiyashi's proposal. If he had accepted it then 9 ties would have gone into Hyuga's hands. I think this meeting has concluded its purpose. We should end it now. Shikaku said, yawning. Everyone dispersed and goes their home. At Uchiha compound, the eaters were waiting for Fugaku at his home. They couldn't wait for morning to hear the good news, so they had come to Fugaku's home. Itachi and Makoto were wondering why eaters had been sitting for almost an hour in their house. Gate opened up and Fugaku came through the door. Eaters got up from their seat and immediately asked what happened in the meeting. Fugaku explained everything that happened in the meeting to them. So, the Senju got the gur. This is very troublesome, one of the eaters said. Another eater immediately got up and said, but we sti have a chance, if young Sasuke manages to woo her then our can wi define it get Hyoten. Fugaku then said, yes eater-sama, my Sasuke define it wi bring Hyoten in our can. Itachi and Makoto were also hearing them. At Hyuga compound. After Fugaku came Hitomi immediately asked what happened. Hiyashi taught her everything. I think we expected that after a Tsunade-sama had already said that she wi not give Haku to anyone. But you idiot, why did you propose marriage between Hinata and Naruto? Didn't you know that he already owed someone? Even if he didn't owe anyone, it shall not be your decision to decide who Hinata wi marry. This is the exact reason Hinata didn't want to show her power to anyone. If she got to know this then she would be Ray furious at you, and I Suri think she wi know. Hiyashi raised what he has done. He thought of apologizing to Hinata when he met her. At night in the Senju compound. Everyone had settled down now after returning from Count C. They had taught everyone about what happened in the Count C. Hinata was surprised and said she wi talked to her father to not ask anyone for her marriage without her permission. Naruto entered the room of Hinata. He saw she and Haku were chatting. So, you two are getting along very well. I'm happy to see this. Haim and Haku-chan. Both girls looked at Naruto and smiled. Hinata ran to Naruto and hugged him. I couldn't sleep Naru-kun, wi you helped me. I so missed you day, when I was about to go to bed but mom helped me. It wasn't as comfortable as yours but I slept on it. Naruto smiled and said, that's why I'm here my Haim. I knew that you couldn't sleep without me, let's go to sleep. Haku couldn't understand what they were talking about. She was sure that Hinata had said that Naruto slept with his mother and she slept here a1. Naruto lifted Hinata in his arms. She wrapped her arms around Naruto's neck. He went on the bed and placed Hinata on it. He sat beside her and then placed her head on his AP and started carding her hair. Hinata smiled and wrapped her arms around his waist and murmured she missed this very dearly. Naruto smiled hearing Hinata. She slept immediately on his AP Ike before. Naruto looked at Haku, she looked flustered and jealous. He smiled and said, you can also try Haku-chan, it's very comfortable, you wi sleep very peacefully this way. You shouldn't be embarrassed Haku-chan, after a you are my precious and beautiful sister. How can I let you sleep like this? I would be a bad brother, if I didn't comfort you or protect you. Haku after hearing this blushed heavy, he had sawed her beautiful. She reluctantly moved her head and paced on his AP. He started carding her hair like Hinata. Like he had said, this was very peaceful and comfortable. She hadn't felt this good and oved by someone in her entire IFE. No one had given her this much attention. Then Naruto saw Haku, but she was crying. He got worried and stopped carding her hair. What happened Haku-chan, are you not comfortable in my AP? I thought you would like it. I'm sorry if you felt uncomfortable. Please forgive me my Haku-chan, I would do anything for you. Haku smiled hearing his words. It was so like Naruto, he couldn't see any tears in her eyes. It was unbearable for him. He had taught her himself. It's not that my Naru. It's just that everyone ove me so much around here that I think this is a genjutsu. I can't bathe my eyes. Everyone accepted me the first time I met them. Shizune chan oves me very dearly. She helped me around the house. She even takes care of my brother for me. Hinata-chan so accepted me as her friend. She showed me so much kindness. She even shared her room with me. This room that I never dreamt of having. I never have slept on this much comfortable bed, I never saw a house this much big. Even if Hinata-chan is a hime, she thinks of me as her equa not beneath her. She even said that my brother reminded of her siblings. As for mother, first I thought she had ed me I've here because you had asked her but I was wrong. When I saw her at the council room, I was moved by her actions. The way she talked and fought for me, it looked like she was proud of hers for seeing me her daughter. I didn't even dreamt that the most powerful women in the world would adopt me and would become proud of me. She even announced me as the heir of Senju-kan. The Senju-kan, the mightiest kan in the world, it had produced the most powerful shinobi that this world has seen, and she announced me in front of everyone as the heir of the kan. And as to you Naru-kun, I can never repay your kindness. You saved me from that hiho. You showed me kindness that nobody had shown. You ove me Ike I'm your Ray sister. Before I met you, I was sure that either I would die from the cod or someone would take me as their servant. I was ready to become one in order to save my brother. I was sure that someone would use me, my skis or my body. I even thought that one day people around me would find out that I have keke genke and kimi. But that changed the moment you saved me. I was sure that you would ask me to become your save and I was ready. But you Naru-kun instead of using me or my body, you accepted me as your family. You gave me hope Naru. You showered me with your unconditional ove for me. Nobody has tri-oved me before, except my mother. You put me above yourself. You even spoil me Naru, nobody had done it for me before. I'm sure that if I ask you something and even if it's nearly impossible to get, you would bring that thing to me. How can I repay you Naru? Tell me what should I do? I so think sometimes that this is some dream or genjutsu that I wake up someday. I don't want to eve you Naru. I'm scared of osing you. I'm scared that everything I get Ike before. I'm too much scared of osing this fami Naru, that you have given me. Naruto istan to Haku Karafui. He cowed think, why Haku-chan wowed think Ike this. She too wowed be scared for osing him. How can a girl who was rejected by everyone, thought of iving Ike this? Some day ago, she had no one to ove and now everyone was oving her. Of course, she wowed be scared and think that this is some genjutsu. Heck, even he thought, after his mother had accepted him that this was some genjutsu. Naruto looked at Hinata and saw she was asleep. She looked very peaceful and beautiful. He smiled and kissed her forehead. He paced her on the bed. Naruto then I down on the bed bring Haku on his chest. He cutted to her, she is so snugged onto his chest, her tears were sti fouling. He wiped the tears. Haku-chan I know how you feel, but you have to accept it Haku-chan this is reality not some dream or genjutsu. You say, you want to repay me right, then ove me so as much as I do. I would consider your ove as a payment. Et me spoil you my Haku-chan. I never had a sister of my age. I want to give you everything Haku-chan, fulfill your every wish, ove you unconditionally. I want to keep you Haku-chan, I want to train with you, eat with you, pay with you, make memories with you, and cud with you Ike now. I want to do everything with you Haku-chan. You are my precious and beautiful sister Haku-chan. I give you anything you demand. I put you above my IFE. I want to protect you. And don't even think about doing for me that you don't want. When I saw you on the road holding your brother in your arms and protecting him from cod and everyone, staying for him and feeding him the cian bread while eating yourself dirty food. I thought that no one is more kind and hente than you. You remind of my mother and Hina-chan, she is a so kind and hente Ike you. I think you are the greatest person in the world, my Haku-chan. Your kindness doesn't deserve this word. Naruto said this embracing her tighty. He ray-oved her. Thank you Naru-kun. You don't have to ask me to obey you Naru. I already obey you as much as you do. And I'm yours Naru-kun. I bong with you. I not eve you ever. How can I? After a you are my hero. Haku said this and kissed him on the cheek then embraced him more tighty. He is so embraced her. After 5 minutes of hugging her. He saw she had gone to deep sleep. He smiled at her, put her down and kissed her forehead. Naruto goes to Tsunade's room. He saw Tsunade was waiting on the bed for him. What took you so long Naru? I was taking care of Haku-chan mom. Naruto got and went on the bed. Naruto undressed Tsunade and cuddled with her. What happened Naru? Why your heartbeat are very fast? Are you nervous for cutting with me? Tsunade asked Naruto owing. It's not that Ka-chan. It's just, I touched your and beautiful body after very long time. I thought you wouldn't want this now. On the whole trip I was jealous. When you at Kimimaro sit in your AP and hug him. I'm even jealous of Yuta. When he sucked your. I know this is wrong. I shouldn't get jealous very often, but I can't help it. I just think that you bong only to me. We haven't shared kinship for 15 days. I'm nervous that I think that I'm sti a chid, who come to you a day and night and not ever eve you. I even drink your Mik Ka-chan. I know that it's not Norma. I'm big now but sti act chiddish around you. I thought you would regret accepting me as your IFE partner. I'm just scared that you would tell me one day that I'm sti a chid and you can't be with me. Tsunade sandwiched his face between her and owed. I'm sorry Naru-kun for owing at you. It's just that I was a so jealous. When Mei got close to you. I was even jealous of Haku-chan. It's not just you. But, I think it's Norma, if someone is in ove with other person then it's Norma that person would want to keep his or her over to himself or herself. I is so want to keep you for myself Naru-kun. I am a so scared that someday, somebody wi take you from me. And I'm grateful to you, that you act chiddish around me. It gives me the opportunity to spoil you. I see your other version that nobody can't. I'm lucky Naru-kun to have you. I would never eve you for the way you act around me. I obey your chid form. I is so obey the fact that you come to me a day. This way I can keep you for myself for long time. I is so obey when you drink my mick, it's not just you Naru, it's me so. Don't ever stop drinking my mick, okay Naru, even when you gets older. That way we wi fee each other more. So, don't ever think that I would eve you. It's true that you are my over but it's a so true that you are my precious son. You wi ways be a chid for me. So, be mama's boy for me Naru. Don't ever fee embarrassed about it. Tsunade said these words stroking his hair. She cowed fee his breath between her. She cowed a so fee that his heartbeat had gone to Norma now and she sensed his emotion, he was happy after hearing her. She smiled sensing this and felt that Naruto was started to ick her, she gigged. It was his way of showing affection to her. He started icking her then got to her face, he icked her over. Naruto then saw his mother's pink wet IPS. She had never wore any IP stick but sti it was pink and beautiful. He immediately kissed her. He felt Tsunade's soft IPS. He was immersed in it. His hand was squeezing her. Mick was coming out, whenever he squeezed. Tsunade started moaning at it. Naruto smiled after listening the moan of his mother. It was like a music to his ears. As he kissed and squeezed her, he cowed fee her emotions, it was mixed of pleasure and happiness. He effed her IPS and ooked at her, she was smiling and he was a so. She try ooked beautiful in moonlight, her wet IPS was shining due to his seva on her IPS. He again kissed her aggressively, her tongue was now started to dominate his own but he was a so someone who didn't give up so easy, so he wrapped his tongue on her. After making out for 5 minutes. Your IPS is ray soft, Ka-chan. When my IPS touch yours, it's like I'm touching some feather. Should I move on Ka-chan? Naruto asked her and she nodded. At this time Tsunade didn't care about anything, her lust was now dominating her senses. Naruto moved to her. Her nip was now hard, he sucked her one nip and pinned another one with his hand. Tsunade moaned, he was not sucking them like he Usui did, he was sucking with lust. He started rowing his tongue around her hard nippus. It was ray sensitive now from a sucking. She started moaning. He squeezed her hard and then moved down. He started icking her bae, then he went on her. As he touched there, Tsunade got goosebumps on her whole body. It had become ray sensitive. Her hoe was wet from precum. He started icking it. He moved his tongue further in her. Ah, that's it, Naru. You are hitting the spot. Ah. Tsunade screamed in pleasure. He rode even further his tongue. As he was icking, he also shoved 4 of his fingers. He started moving his fingers back and forth. He then grabbed her oris. He started rowing her oris clockwise. As he started doing this, she screamed more in the pleasure. Taimi Ka-chan, do you like it, when I do this? Naruto asked Tsunade in mid of fingering her. Ah, yes Soichi, keep doing that. I obey you Naru, I obey you. Ah. Tsunade screamed and started saying random things. Naruto was tasting his mother's strangi. When he tasted his mother's juice, it didn't taste salty as he had read in the books, it was sweet. He was obeying the taste and pleasure as he was feeling the emotions of his mother. He took out his fingers and then he lifted her upside down and grabbed her ass tighty. He started sucking more aggressively. He was massaging her ass. Tsunade's ass was huge, his whole hand was sinking in the softness of her ass, it was ray huge and soft. Her ass had become red from Naruto's rough hands, but Tsunade was obeying it. She oved this aggressive side of her son, he only showed this in the bed. As Naruto was giving her aura very aggressively, she was in immense pleasure. Naru, I'm coming ah. Tsunade said this and cummed. Naruto drank her cum, it tasted sweet. His whole face was now wet from his mom's cum. Naruto again icked her and thigh. Tsunade understood what he was doing. He was seening her. She smiled. Naruto ooked at her, did you fet good mother? Yes Naru very. Thank you. I promise when you wi grow up we wi go the way and I wi give you the same pleasure that you gave me. Don't worry mother. I'm sure you wi. Naruto said this ooking at Tsunade. She was ooking very beautiful even when her hair were disshaved. Her hair were scattered on the bed. Her body was shining in the moonlight. Naruto got on top of her and kissed her. She embraced him and returned the kiss. After kissing, he moved to her and started drinking her milk, then he asked. Ka-chan, why your milk, sweat and cum taste sweet? I read in books that it tastes different. Tsunade smiled after hearing the question of her son. We Naru, it's because I mixed chakra in the liquid that is in my body. Tsunade ooked at her son, he seemed confused, she explained everything that she explained to Shizune. Wow, Ka-chan, I never thought that. As expected of my beautiful and intelligent mother. I'm proud of you mom. You keep proving why you saw the strongest. Naruto said this pride in his voice. Tsunade blushed at the praise and then shoved his face between her. They both went to sleep. To be continued.